friends. It's 4 a.m. where I am, and I'm not really feeling very well, and I was staying up late working on a video for my family. I don't know how many people are going to be on at this hour, but I know in Australia, let's see, I think it's still pretty early there, but oh, I see 5 people already. Hi! Josie, why are you up at 6 a.m.? Hi, Deborah. I have a lot of things on my mind right now, and if this ends suddenly, it's because I'm sick, so not doing so hot. Josie, you're up because of YouTube. Hi, Nick. Good to see you. So, technically yesterday, or to me this morning, because I haven't gone to bed yet, we buried both of my grandparents. And so my grandpa passed away over 20 years ago, but we wanted to bury my grandma at the Veterans Cemetery, but she can't be buried there without my grandpa, so we had my grandpa moved. And so it was kind of a weird experience today doing military honors for my grandpa when he passed away so long ago. And when we talked about the idea, I asked my parents, well, what are we going to do with the old headstone? Because at the military cemetery, everyone has to have the same exact headstone. And it's kind of funny because I realized I have like a sentimental attachment to my grandpa's old headstone. And my grandma's name was already on it. It just had a date to be filled out later. And so my mom joked, well, do you want the headstone? What do you do with a headstone, you know? And I said, oh, maybe I could put it in the garden in the backyard, which would be very twisted. And it would be a good conversation piece because people would come over and go, uh, your grandparents are, it would really freak people out. And then I was joking with my husband that years later, if we were to sell the house, we could just kind of cover it lightly with bark or dirt or something, and then the people who move into the house would step on the stone and go, what is this? And uncover it and just kind of freak out. But we're not going to do that. I really don't know what's going to happen with the stone. It'll probably just get disposed of. Anyway, kind of funny that I'm sentimentally attached to a headstone, right? It shouldn't really matter. Also, my grandpa was buried next to his 3 children, so I was used to visiting them all together. Anyway, I don't see the comments right now. Let me test this to see what happens if I click on the comments. I don't see anything right now. When I do this on my tablet, they disappear. Okay, now I see people. Hi, is it Nipot or Nipota? I'm still trying to figure that out. I see there's 7 people on. Nipote. Okay. Is that right? Josie, your grandpa was in the military? Which one? My grandpa was in the Navy and the Air Force, and he was a Pearl Harbor survivor. He wasn't actually in the bombing, but he was at the dorms at the time. Yeah, I realize Nipote is not your real name. Hey, the real PS4 kid. I think I said your name right. How are you? I'm probably not going to be on for long because I need to go to bed. Sometimes I get stuck in a cycle where I'm sick because I'm stressed out, and then I have a hard time sleeping, and then I'm still sick because I can't sleep, and I can't sleep because I'm sick. So it's kind of annoying. Hi, Ronaldo. Oh, Nipote, you're in the same time zone as me. Why are you up? You should go to bed. I'm one to preach, right? Josie, your grandpa was the Air Force? Cool. You're always up at this time, Nipote? Is it because of work, or you're just a morning person? I should call a scammer. I don't know what scammer I would call right now. They tend to stay on our hours, so I think they sleep when Americans are sleeping, and then they wake up and start scamming people. Hi, Missy. Yeah, that's why I called this video live at 4 a.m. because it's 4 a.m. Ronaldo, you're getting ready for work. Awesome. I'm really not feeling very good. Wow, there's 13 people on. This is cool. Do you guys have fun plans for Saturday or just working? Missy says it's 9 a.m. in the future. Australia is the future. Hi, Sterling. How are you doing? Okay, I see another name I can't pronounce. Navjot? Sorry. I'm gonna have to make nicknames for people. Hi, Scan Physics. Oh, in Finland. That's so cool. I decided I was gonna mix up the live streams so that I'm not always hitting the same time zones. It's Saturday night in Australia. Hi, Ken. Oh, you're in Ireland? I've always wanted to go there. One of my best friends is from Ireland, and she probably has a place for me to stay if I ever go there because her parents live there. So she used to be my roommate a long time ago, and I had to translate for her, which was hilarious. She was working at a cafeteria at the university, and she was trying to tell someone she needed 8 carrots. She says, I need to eat carrots. And they said, what? Eat carrots. What? Eat carrots. And someone finally figured out, oh, I think she's saying 8 carrots. And she goes, yeah, 8 carrots. And there were times I was confused because we used different words, and she was trying to ask me if I wanted money for gas, and she says, oh, do you want money for petrol? What? Petrol? What? You know, petrol, the... Oh, okay. We also used to give her a hard time about... Oh, there are different words that, mean different things. Okay, who am I missing? God of Savages. Oh, 2 p.m. where you are. Where are you? Oh, Miss, you guys call it petrol too? Oh, thanks, Ken. I did her accent better when I was living with her for, I think, about a year. So there was a time she was in a class in college, and she needed an eraser. But as I learned, she calls those rubbers. So she's sitting in class and turns to someone and says, "Hey, do you have a rubber I could borrow?" "No." "Okay." Taps another person. "Do you have a rubber I can borrow?" "No." "Okay." And finally she asks another girl, "Hey, do you have a rubber I can borrow?" And she goes, "What do you need it for?" "So I can rub this out." She says, "Oh, you mean an eraser." And then she told her what it meant and she wanted to die. Ken, English accent is best. Yes, Missy, rubbers are condoms. Imagine sitting in class and you think someone is asking for a condom while you're like taking a test or something. Oh, and there was this girl named Randy and she was just horrified by that. She's like, "Oh, so bad. Who would name their girl Randy? Oh, it's so bad." And my sister had a nickname that we called her sometimes that sounded very obscene to her. Maybe I shouldn't say, that would be really offensive to some people. Okay, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Let's see, we have 11 people on. I'm sorry if I missed saying hi to anyone. The comments, like, they disappear and then they come back for a while. The real PS4 kid, you live in Africa? That's awesome. I would love to hear more about that. Missy, you like being offended? I'll tell you privately what we called my sister that horrified my friend. Hi, Ollie. Ollie or Oli? I've always wanted to go to Switzerland too. Nipote says I am an international star. I have almost 5,000 subscribers now, so I think less than 75 to go. Um, Whenever I tell my son how I'm doing subscriber wise, he goes, still not very impressive. I don't know, it's kind of funny because people will comment and I'll reply and they go, "You reply to your subscribers or to your fans?" And yeah, I mean, eventually, I mean, if I got really super 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 popular, I suppose eventually I wouldn't be able to reply to most people, and that thought's actually kind of sad. But hi, Heatherette, I love you too. I took 4 years of German, and I would really love to brush up on my German skills again. You just forget so much of the vocabulary, and we hardly have any German people here. I never run into German people. I got to go to Austria when I was 15, and I thought I was going to have to fight someone for the chance to go. But I was in my first year of German when my teacher said, "There's a girl who wants to do an exchange, who wants to do it." I thought I was going to have to write an essay and prove that I wanted to go the most. And I just raised my hand and said, "Me, me, 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 me." And no one fought me for it. Oh, did I just say ausgezeichnet? Did someone say that? Ja, ausgezeichnet. I used to jinx my brother. One time I actually called him on the phone and said, "How do you say excellent in German?" And just as he says ausgezeichnet, I said it too. Ausgezeichnet. And then I hung up on him. Called German scammers? I'm not really familiar with any German scammers. So, yeah, so when I wanted to go to Austria, I went home, and so when I was in fourth grade, I started saving for a car because I realized babysitting at $1.50 an hour is going to take me forever to save for a car, right? So I thought I should start doing it now. But when I had the chance to go to Austria, I told my parents, I'll give you all my money if I can go. So it covered half of my flight and they paid for the other half. And then I brought the Austrian girl home with me for 5 weeks, which sadly we were kind of sick of each other by then. And she kind of drove my friends nuts, which I felt bad about. And I can't even, like, my trip was just a blur. They took me to so many different sites, so many castles, but the water garden in Austria was my favorite. The tour was hilarious because everywhere you go, water comes out of somewhere and sprays people. Good thing I love water. Ollie says in Germany there aren't so many scammers. There are so many stupid people and they want to sell stuff. Or does it say stuff? Oh, okay. It disappeared again. I don't know why the comments disappear. That is inconvenient to me. They'll be back. I loved a lot of things about Austria, but after my first week there, I tore the ligaments in my ankle. That made it a lot less fun. Heather at V Gates. And I really needed some crutches when I injured myself, but they didn't get me any. They just taped my foot up. And then they sent me to a guy named Khalifa who, let's see, my host dad said he was going to take me to get a nice foot massage. And my whole foot and ankle was like a big, huge, swollen bruise. And I said, won't that hurt? Oh, no, I feel good. Well, he felt so guilty later after I spent over half an hour screaming and crying. He took me to the McDonald's in Salzburg. It was culture shock over there because there were a lot of new foods and I had a hard time reading the menus and stuff. Josie, your dad has crutches for no reason. Does he think if he keeps them around he won't get injured? I kept mine around for a long time when I broke my foot. Yeah, I broke my foot when my boys were 6, 3, and 2. That's a whole other story. That was a nightmare. I need to go to Greece. Oh, I just saw some pictures of Greece and was amazed by the view, and I don't remember where it was exactly. Yeah, I love Salzburg too. So when I was there, I remember taking pictures, and when I got home, I was watching The Sound of Music, and they're singing and dancing around this fountain, and I went, oh, I took a picture of that. Missy, I'm awake at 4 a.m. because I don't feel well, and I was just working on video for my family of the burial service for my grandparents today. Okay, I just saw another comment. Oh, I think the real PS4 kid, I think I missed one of your comments. Now the comments are like traveling upward. Nipote, you went to that fountain? I loved it there. I would like to go back with my husband and just be able to see whatever sights we want. And then if I injure myself, I can go to a doctor who will give me actual crutches or something. I have a picture. So my host family dragged me all over the place still while I was injured. And I have this picture of this huge flight of stairs. I think it was over 200 steps. And I was just dying. Josie cut her finger on a bottle of soda today. That is annoying. P.S. Kid, your dad had to get 32 stitches? Yikes. There's a fly in here. Can you guys hear the fly? Alright, I'm waiting for the messages from you guys to come back up. Where do I live in the US? I live in Washington State. And I think it's the only place I could really live because I'm a wimp. Hi, May! Get some honey? What, to catch the fly? It's been really hot, so someone probably left the door open. Oh, you live in Alabama? PS4 Kid lives in Alabama. What I loved most about my time in Austria was that the family would come home for lunch in the middle of the day from work and school. And, you know, here we have really long commutes and that would never work. So it felt like a much more relaxing way of life. And the grandmother there, she didn't speak any English at all, so I got to practice my German more because everybody there said that they wanted to practice their English with me. And one guy was an English professor, and he asked if I would go to the school with him one day. And as we were talking in the car, he said, your American accent's kind of hard to understand. Can you speak with kind of a British accent? So I had to kind of revert to all the Monty Python shows I'd ever watched. So I'm talking to him like this, and I'm feeling like an idiot. And then he says, you don't really sound American. I'm like, well, you just asked me to speak with a British accent. Hallo, mein Name ist Oliver. Ich komme aus Deutschland. Okay, I read that. Josie says in 2012 the population of her town was 666. That's kind of spooky. Oh, also, when I was in Austria, I met a guy who made fun of me because of the way I eat. Because Americans tend to cut up their food and then eat with their dominant hand and put their other hand in their lap. And he says, we wonder what you're doing with your other hand. And so ever since then, I eat like a European. Comments disappeared again. I wonder if they're going to fix that. It's irritating. I'm feeling a little bit better, like maybe I can go to bed. Hopefully. Thanks all for tuning in. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody when I see the comments come back again. Make sure I don't miss anyone. I don't see anyone new. Missy, I have to go to bed or I'm gonna barf. That's the other thing with live stream. Anything could happen. You could accidentally burp or fart or vomit. Like for real vomit, rather than the fake vomit I did in that one video. Ollie, I do seem to have a big community. I've met so many nice friends, and I get messages from people who give me really great advice about difficult things that are going on. Oh, now you're bossing me around, Missy? She says, go to bed now. Well, oh wait, you're using reverse psychology, aren't you? Because you think if you tell me to go to bed, then I will be defiant and I'll keep live streaming, right? Oh, yep, now she's laughing. That's exactly what she was doing. We do that with my daughter. She's all about reverse psychology. If she doesn't want to eat something, we'll just tell her, that's mine. That worked for a while, but it's not really working so much anymore. Now she'll just feed it to you. 2 more words. Chris Hansen. Why are you saying Chris Hansen to me? Is that the Catch a Predator guy? Because that show makes me want to barf. That is a seriously disturbing show. Missy says, no, I'm blonde. No, the video stopped working? Maybe it's my internet. Bye, Ronaldo. Okay. Well, I guess... Oh, it looks like... Is my internet down? No. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed before bad things happen. Good night. That won't let me finish.